Boy, that took a while, didn't it? I mean, we were supposed to do a regular CNN tonight, but
Hey.
things just kind of did not go the way that it was supposed to go. Ooga, fucking Ooga, cunts, and welcome back to a Snatchcast special. CNN's canceled tonight, and now for something weird. Mostly, Semaj has a few things to say.
Well, that's right. I should probably bring up some of the things that have been going on. Guys have probably heard about Andy Worski. How could you not? He's been doing all these various different streams, and Maker had out for V and everything like that. Well, and also Tonka's been wrapped up into a few things. That's an interesting kettle of fish. Apparently, it's to say the least. I don't know. I believe Failure left the Kumite. Everyone's kind of bailing. It's a shit show, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, Failure's been backing out for a little while, though.
Yeah.
He's been wanting to back for a while.
Well, and now we're seeing this, like the audio clips and the video have been coming out with Tonka having conversations with Kraut and planning things out and getting people's channels targeted and possible docs and whatnot. It's
oh my god,
it doesn't look good for Tonka. It doesn't, and I know that there's probably going to be some, probably some other things that could be brought up. Some people have been messaging me, pointing out that there could be a connection between the whole stuff with Tonka and the Snatchcast involving Schmeckel, because he's been on the Kumite a couple of times. And then shortly after that, we've been having, streams about Andy Worski, one of the channels targeted. So it could be seen that way. And so I understand.
God.
There's definitely some concerns in that regard. And I don't see, I think they do sound valid. I don't know anything of this. But I will say, like, I had talks with Schmeckel. He can't make it today, but he will be on tomorrow to talk about some of this stuff that's been coming up. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm catching up on all this stuff today, so we'll.
I haven't heard about any of it, so you're catching me up while you're at it.
There have been a few people trying to catch things up.
How the fuck can you keep up with these fucking 6-8 hour streams of just random talk? I can't.
I listen to streams while I play World of Warcraft. That's how I catch up. I do the thing that I want to do, and I pay attention to the streams in the background, listening, because it's a stream. Most of the time, I don't need to look at the goddamn screen to see what's happening. It's just
but I would rather listen to fucking Shane Dawson talk about Jake Paul and Philly D do the fucking news every day. There are other channels I would rather watch than catch up on the fucking drama for 8 hours.
Sestra, let's be honest. You, me, and Mems, we need to go and have a talk with Jake Paul. We're joining Team 10. Semaj, do you want to be a part of this?
I something tells me that to join Team 10, you have to sign a waiver about how you can't, sue for damages if you're injured or something like that. That's just not a waiver. That's not a waiver.
Hey, if they're paying my health insurance, I am totally okay with that.
They might not. Depends on how badly you're injured.
Yeah,
sure. They could pay you. They could pay you in a couple million or whatever. Hey, that's all great until you get injured, and that couple million goes to your medical bills. In which case, what good did it do you?
Hey, I don't care if I'm paralyzed so long as I'm able to still have sex. Shit, watch me care.
Well, you're a woman. All you gotta do is lie there and lift your legs up.
Yeah, and lube. I mean, if my body has lost all fucking nerves and shit, just pump a bunch of lube into me and use it, baby. I'm good.
That's true. You're so hoping you're not paralyzed from the waist down. Oh, that would really suck.
Well, okay. So I kind of I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow night when Brockus Talks gets completely taken over by the current drama. I'm sorry, not Brockus Talks, Brockus Rage. I forget which one is on Snapchat.
It seems to happen so much. You get the worst luck. I mean, Schmeckel will come in and just take your stuff. And
oh, no, I'm completely fine by that. Okay. I'm completely okay. The only reason why I made the call to cancel CNN tonight because Rob isn't here. And Rob has been my right-hand man with CNN ever since I took over as host, so I don't really feel comfortable doing CNNs without him. Like, we've done it in the past, but I don't know. He hasn't been able to do a CNN for the last couple of weeks, so I'm just like, out of respect for Rob, we're going to continue to not do it.
It's just not the same without him.
It really isn't, because like he's the best when it comes to Florida man stories.
True though.
But I think I will give a little bit of what I do know from all the information that has come out from what I do actually remember watching. I had to watch 3 hours of Andy Worski talking about the shit with fucking Geek Thulu just to catch up on some of what's happened. Oh my God, it was a frustrating 3 hours just because, like, it's not that I have a problem with Andy. I mean, I kind of have a problem with Andy. Andy, you're fucking crazy. You need to chill the fuck out. But it's just that I'm sick and tired of the double standards. I really am sick and tired of all the fucking the continuous double standards are pissing me the hell off, because it's like no matter where I look, there's another fucking double standard. And right now, I'm seeing double standards in many camps.
You know, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, Andy Worski's going to do what Andy Worski does, and his fans are going to do what they're going to do. The part that we have to concern ourselves with, or anyone else should be even remotely interested, even if you don't like Andy, is at least the audio clips and the videos that he's been presenting.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are showing Tonka and stuff. And say whatever you want about Andy. It doesn't mean the videos aren't valid. And
that's the other part, yeah.
And that's the part that's really the problem. Like, Andy at this point doesn't even play into the factor. He's just the guy who presented it. If it wasn't him, it would have been probably Medicare.
It was going to be Andy. It was always going to be Andy. Andy was the one who went looking for this information.
Let's be honest here. He had a reason to go out and get vengeance of some sort, because some people were making videos and fake documents saying that he's a pedophile.
Okay.
I think he might have some justification in that, if that's the case.
Let's be honest. Again, I don't know all the details, but based off of the information I have gained over X amount of time watching people and such like that, I'm not going to automatically throw anyone under the bus in this particular scenario except for two fucking names. Two fucking names who we know for a fact have actually done some fucking horrible, heinous shit behind the scenes over and over again. Zoom and Anal Vape. These two pieces of shit have been fucking dangling these goddamn bits of meat all over the place, and a few people have actually taken the goddamn bait and have fucking been caught on the hook. It's annoying as shit because these motherfuckers fabricated some fake DMs of fucking Andy, sent it out into the ether, and eventually people started thinking this was fucking real. And the reason why,
like what happened with Andy?
I don't know. Well, basically, somebody was trying to make it seem like he was a pedophile when in reality he isn't. Now, I don't want to necessarily get into that whole argument of it, but let me just go ahead and point out that when fucking... I don't like Geek. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've ever really liked Geek. His voice annoyed me when he started coming out to Kumite a lot, when he was on Worski Live a lot. I don't know. There's something about his voice, something about his character I didn't like. And then I started fucking finding out what he had actually, the shit that he had pulled with Optic and Alley. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm like, no, Geek he's officially blacklisted in my mind, because you don't pull some shit like that just because somebody criticized you and fucking, don't get blacklisted and stuff. Fuck you, Geek. And so anyways, Anal Vape, not too long ago, was outed as a pedophile because he was actually getting underage girl fucking nudes from an underage girl. Except here's the thing. The pics that were sent to him weren't of the girl. They were pics of an actual nude model that you could probably Google fucking image search and find very easily. And she just sent it to him because I guess it was a close enough representation of the body she was claiming she had or something like that. Either way, Anal Vape, clearly a fucking pedophile. Sick bastard. He knew she was underage when he asked for the nudes. Geek Thulu found out about this because this happened in his Discord and banned the girl. Not his fucking mod, Anal Vape. Banned the girl. Tried to hide it. He tried to keep this shit under wraps. He legitimately tried to pretend Annovate didn't do what he fucking did. And then finally, when it blew completely out of hand for him, finally Geek turns to Andy and said, Andy, we got to do something about this. Andy fucking banned, along with Geek, Annovate from their Discords, from what I understand. Okay, cool. Fine. Andy, you're still basically in bed with a piece of shit who fucking threatens people's wives because they were critical of them. You've also decided to bed with somebody who tried to keep an actual pedo under wraps simply because he was one of his mods, because it looked bad, because of PR, whatever the case was. Andy, seriously, reconsider. I understand that Geek is your boy because he fucking was asking you, you know, how you were all the fucking time and shit. He was bugging the fuck out of you, trying to fucking make you feel better, you know, boosting your ego when you needed an ego boost, all that stuff. I understand why you would want to be friends with Geek, but Geek is still fucking poisonous. He's a three-headed snake. You need to get rid of him. I'm actually going to openly say it. You need to get rid of Geek Thulu because Geek Thulu is a piece of shit. He's worse than JF. JF was a piece of shit. Dude. And that's the other part that I'm a little upset with. JF is coming back, so to speak, with the whole Andy Worski thing. And it's like, no, dude. He openly admitted on one of your streams that he fucking used you. He openly admitted that he didn't really care about you and that he consistently used you. And you're gonna fucking take his side on this shit just because Tonka said some bad things about JF. Come on, man.
Dude, Andy is so fucking autistic and naive. Anybody and everybody can come to him with the tiniest fucking bit of information, and if it could be even conceived as true by somebody, he's gonna fucking come and go out with it.
It's just...
And people and his fucking little, you know, lackeys are going to sit there and believe it blindly. Blindly. Like, oh my God, there's so much shit where I'm just like, I feel sorry for him in a way, for Andy in a way, because he's so fucking autistically naive about shit that he doesn't realize how much he's been manipulated and used and how he's completely, he's a fucking puppet. He's been a fucking puppet since November of last year. And it doesn't look like it's stopping.
I can't exactly disagree with you on that, yet at the same time, I'm not exactly going to take the fuck Andy route on this, just because, like, when I recently took a couple of steps back and re-examined everything that has happened with Andy, and truth be told, here's where I'm actually going to genuinely defend Andy. Andy has taken a lot of shit over the last year and a half from people that were supposed to be his friends. Yep. He has essentially been betrayed by a lot of people simply because he had an opinion that was very aggressively different, but still an opinion that was different from others. And he was tired of all the shit talk that was consistently being flung his way because of the fan base of other people and stuff like that. So he came out of he came out of the gates swinging. And unfortunately, he swung and he hit a few people that he probably shouldn't have hit with and all that stuff. But let's be honest. Poisoning the well is still cool with Andy. I was just talking to Fat Pat, and he even admitted he was fucking still cool with Andy. AP is still cool with Andy. There are a lot of people that are still cool with Andy because they stay out of the drama as much as they possibly can. It was anyone who peeked their head into the door while he was punching in every direction that got hit. If you didn't peek your head in the door, you didn't get hit. If you didn't get hit, you didn't have a fucking problem. So that's why certain people still don't have problems with Andy. Andy has been essentially turned on by a fuckload of people. And unfortunately, because of that, I agree with you. He's been used by way too many people recently.
Oh, yeah.
Andy was used by JF. He got a fuckload of subscribers because of the alt-right bullshit. That eventually fell apart. Andy's not alt-right, despite what people might actually think. And shit just kept falling apart. Andy took a fucking break. While he was on his break, there's Geek Thulu fucking using Andy like a goddamn puppet, or at least trying to plant the seeds to start to use Andy like a fucking puppet. And here he is being manipulated yet again by a guy who is known to use people, known to do dirty tactics, and known to try to hide controversial fucking things like anal vapes, pedophilic actions. He's tried to cover it up multiple times. So let's
stop, the other thing.
Let's stop pretending that fucking everyone in Andy's side of the fucking argument is even remotely fucking innocent.
No.
They're not.
No, not at all. Like, I can honestly see this dude fucking sitting there and using Andy and getting close to Andy solely to fucking get dirt on Andy and fucking bring it out on him even more so. Because I was really fucking close with him. I was closer than fucking, Chris was, and da-da-da. I could see that shit. And that's where I feel bad for Andy, is I'm like, I can understand, because the whole alt-right thing, when it started in November with Andy, with him coming out and going, whoa, free speech, motherfuckers. It goes for all of us. I can understand where he was coming from with that. Unfortunately, the information he was being given was fucking fabricated solely to fucking get him on their side. Yeah. And it worked. And more of that has just, it keeps on fucking happening.
It keeps getting out of hand. And honestly, these conversations happen off air more often than we actually think. But there are things that we're clearly not seeing, and then there are things that are being brought to light, and they're taken completely out of context. Semaj, on Medicare's stream, which I believe you watched, did he address the video?
He talked about some of it and presented some other audio clips as well. Well, it's all very much the same thing. It's different conversations, but very much the same conversations involving Tonka with crowd plotting things.
Okay, see, now that's where I did watch up to roughly that point on Andy's stream. Okay, so here's a couple of accusations that Andy made that are horribly untrue. He says that Andy bashed failure. He said that failure was a little weak, and I'm not sure that's even really false or even a bash. Tonka has a perspective of what strength and weakness is in his mind. AP has a different perspective. Jeff Holiday might have a different perspective. Monday Matt might have a different perspective. Mr. Medicare has a different perspective. We all have a subjective idea of what weakness is, what strength
based on
is.
Our experience and lifestyles.
Right.
Yes,
exactly. So sitting there and saying that Tonka, in his fucking opinion, just because he didn't say the words "in my opinion," that failure is a little weak. Suddenly that's a bash. No, it's not a bash. Tonka is fucking giving his opinion. Guess what? Tonka and failure have said worse things to each other on a stream.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, how dare Tonka say something like that privately? Holy fucking shit. Let's go ahead and get the rope right now. Hang the engine.
Right.
Andy claims that Tonka bashed Vamp. That didn't happen either. When he mentioned Vamp, it was basically what Zoom forced Tonka's hand on, which was that he broke up with Vamp and he moved her upstate because he didn't want Vamp to get hit with all the shit that Zoom was pulling behind the scenes on a bunch of other people. Vamp, this is where the bash comes apparently. Vamp decided that even though, this all happened, she was still going to stay loyal to Tonka. She was still going to continue to defend him. She was still going to continue to actually pick up that sword and shield and continue the fight, regardless of everything else, regardless of the safety net. And oh my God, that's again, get the rope. Let's hang the engine. He bashed Vamp by pointing out she's actually a good fucking friend. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. How dare he? So Andy said a lot of fucking things that were actually wrong. And obviously the reason why Andy said it is because he's so pissed off at Tonka that he's letting shit go completely out of fucking hand. He's letting shit
Yep.
get out of context. And it's fucking goddamn ridiculous. But at the same time, is Tonka doing anything different? Not really.
Besides plowing doxes and getting people's channels taken down. I know you've been talking a lot about Andy in all of this, but believe it or not, Andy doesn't really factor in any of this at this point, because all he did was play the audio. All he did was play the evidence. He didn't just play the audio. He gave his opinion on the things. True enough, fair. He can do whatever he wants. That's his thing, and his fans are probably going to do their thing as well. Again, none of that really matters at this point. The evidence is already out, and now the real question for everyone else is, what are we going to do about that evidence? We have this thing about how we harbor no doxers. We don't deal with this kind of stuff. We don't. We don't give them protection because they do terrible things, because this can ruin people's livelihoods. All right, we now have it of Tonka doing stuff. What are we going to do about that?
Yeah, but what is the context of it too?
At this point, I don't care about Andy. He's irrelevant at this point.
Don't call Andy irrelevant. That's usually where the fucking fight starts.
Well, I mean,
you're next on his list.
That's fair enough, but I mean, like if he wants to come after me, I'll be asking him where's my money, bitch. But that's a different different question. He can come to my house. I already got the bat ready.
Right.
No, I mean, the audio's out. Tonka's been plotting stuff with Kraut. That's a little hard to fight against. What are we going to do about that?
Look. I will get to the Tonka stuff. I am going to get to my point of view on the Tonka stuff. I just wanted to say a few more things about Andy. And the only reason why is because you brought up a point that I can't exactly argue against when it comes to Tonka. But at the same time, I have to still bring up this thing. So you're going to pretend that Andy's never once done some shady shit behind the scenes?
No,
this is my point, though. This is my point. We just found a fucking audio evidence, a video evidence of Tonka legitimately about to do some shady things. But it's not even really that shady. It's just whatever.
What is it? Because I don't know about this.
It's honestly Tonka talking to Kraut and T. This is all this video really is. It's Tonka talking to Kraut and T. About Kraut coming back.
So the fuck what?
That's my fucking point. So he's talking to Kraut about coming back, but here's the gay ops stuff that everybody keeps talking about. This is the part where I got to. I don't know anything beyond this. The gay ops is that Tonka was going to have Kraut show up randomly in his chat, send him an invite, yell at him, pretend that he's still got a problem with him, pretend that it's all fire and brimstone from Tonka's camp, and then Kraut presents evidence from his side, showing him, hey, look at this, hey, look at this, and then Tonka ease the fuck up on Kraut. This was the gay ops that Tonka.
Okay, but hold on a second, because fucking forever ago, when fucking Kraut first came out, he was already saying, you know what, Kraut has a fucking point on some of this shit. The timeline fucking lines up. Well, he was already fucking saying that shit. So how is this news to anybody? Do people just like autistically forget this shit? Like how? Or am I the only one that goes, yeah, finally somebody's connecting lines?
No, it's because it's Kraut. Let's be honest. It's because it's Kraut and T.
Oh yeah, when Kraut did fuck shit, but
when Kraut pulled the fucking bullshit that he pulled, the shit that even Jeff himself says, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
When everyone was fucking on Kraut's ass for really doing some dumb fuck shit, Kraut disappeared. He didn't try to defend himself. Well, actually, he did try to defend himself. Let's not even pretend that didn't happen. He got thrown under the bus by multiple people. He made a lot of mistakes. It's Kraut and T. We all know what Kraut has done. There's plenty of Medicare videos on this. There's a lot of different evidence of what fucking Kraut has clearly done. Here's the problem I'm having with a lot of people. Kraut didn't dox CRP, and you all need to stop that shit. You all need to calm the fuck down on Kraut doxing CRP. CRP's information has been fucking out in the open since the goddamn beginning of his fucking channel. There's plenty of evidence pointing this out because the retard has linked in his description plenty of fucking information that sends you to the information that you could have found on the Kiwi farms and all that stuff. His name, his fucking address, all kinds of other stuff. His information has been out there for quite a while now. And since he has changed that information and decided that he doesn't want his name out there as often as he wanted because he got more and more followers and viewers, that's when things started to get a little different. And all of a sudden, because his information was doxed from the start, suddenly he's doxed. Suddenly he's doxed. What?
Well, and that's my thing is I'm one of those people, even if you don't like somebody or what they have to say, look at their shit. I was still pissed about the fucking Kraut thing when Kraut came out with his shit, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, nope. All of the fucking connections that I was making, he's fucking pointing them out here himself. So, yep, I didn't even have to. I don't fucking talk to him, but I'm like, I didn't even have to fucking come to him with this shit. And he was able to fucking point it out with receipts. But I'm like, just if you look at his shit, he fucking has receipts. Even if you don't like him, the receipts are fucking valid.
Fair enough. But I feel like there might be more information beyond what I actually know that Semaj, you probably have and should share with the class because I'm feeling a little bit naked right now.
Yes.
Sorry, you lost me. Share with what?
The gay ops stuff. Like I said, I've only ever seen to a certain point from the Warski live fucking stream. And I got to that part, and I damn near fucking flipped my goddamn table because the gay ops that I saw was nothing more than Kraut reached out to fucking Tonka when Tonka wasn't so fucking enraged and hateful towards Kraut. Kraut basically talked to Tonka and told him what was going on, all the information. They had a conversation. Oh my God, hang the engine. And the last I saw was when Tonka was telling Kraut how to get onto a stream at a later time, which did eventually happen.
Yeah, well,
that's the gay ops. That's the gay ops that apparently happened.
That and the plan was they were going to be talking and then fighting and then little bits of information is going to get in there. Yeah, I mean as far as I can tell from the full audio, and I'm just all coming off from memory. I not like I wrote it all down, but it's essentially was the idea is that they were going to try and repair Kraut's reputation, while at the same time leading up to another attack against probably Coach Red Pill and other channels like Andy being one of them, which has already started with the Andy stuff, with the whole the fake he's a pedophile kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and that's also
and that I can understand, and that I'm not cool with. Like, you know what? You fucking already went after CRP. CRP is a fucking D-bag anyways. Why the fuck waste any more time or energy on him? Just fucking let it drop.
Because he's Mattress Girl. He keeps saying that fucking... he's the Mattress Girl of YouTube. I've said it before. I'll continue to say it again. He keeps saying that Kraut and Jeff doxed him. They didn't fucking dox him. That wasn't a dox. Get the fuck over it, Mattress Girl.
Yeah. No, definitely. But, I mean, like that, fucking just stop. And trying to... Honestly, I'm so done and over with this let's go after XYZ bullshit. Yeah. I guess that's the other reason why I don't fucking keep up with the streams anymore, is because it's all, here, let me attack this person because I don't like their thoughts. I don't like their beliefs. That doesn't sound familiar at all. I'm just like, can we fucking stop this? Haven't we already had 5 years of this bullshit already?
Yeah. Oh, another gay ops thing that people were pointing out. Tonka has various files of screenshots that are actually labeled with specific people in it. Okay. Let me explain how this one works. When Tonka started off doing YouTube live streams on Grapple Vision and eventually started doing streams with Failure Accomplished, let's be honest, he had no reason for the longest time to actually want to archive conversations with people. For the longest time, Tonka had no need for things like that. But then people started creating drama and fabricating information left and right. They started lying on streams about what they said off air. They started lying about things that they said in private video chats and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe Tonka feels like he might have to archive some shit, or maybe he sent stuff and he puts it in files on his computer and saves it just because he might need to vindicate his fucking name at some point, which has actually genuinely happened multiple fucking times. Why do I say this?
It's shady, but I can understand it. It's that I understand, but...
Yes. Here's the thing, though. Tonka doesn't have to tell anyone behind the scenes about the information of why he's not saying certain things or why he's not doing certain things. But does anyone remember a certain story that broke a few months back? Story involving Zoom and how he's going around doxing fuckloads of people. Well, not so much doxing. He's more so swatting a fuckload of people. He's potentially a pedophile himself. He does this fucked up thing. He does that fucked up thing. You know, Tonka does talk about that quite a bit.
Yeah.
And, or at least in the video that has been played multiple times at this point. Yeah, that was a clusterfuck of insanity. And unless somebody was actually showing some goddamn evidence off air to other people and stuff, everything looked like Zoom was going to win. Zoom was going to get what he wanted. He was going to bully people into submission. He was going to continue to get onto streams. He was going to do a bunch of shit. He didn't have to talk to me. Tonka talked to me off air. He explained to me what was going on, why fucking he has such a problem with the situation. He didn't really show me anything. He just he talked to me. He talked to me about where Zoom is wrong completely. That was it. Tonka has enough information to vindicate himself on multiple different occasions, and I can't exactly dispute that. Now, do I think what he did with Kraut recently was good? No. Bad optics. Bad Tonka.
Yeah.
Bad. I actually would fucking tell Tonka to his face, dude, you fucked up.
Bad Tonka. Tonka.
You fucked up big time, man. Oh my God. This does not look good. This is wrong, my boy. This is bad. Why are you fucking doing this shit? Tonka, you criticize people for doing exactly what you just did.
Yep.
Come on. Double standards, motherfucker. Double standards. But is it enough to crucify Tonka? No.
But that's human nature. That's the fucked up thing. Is so in human nature, like, people will only do fuck shit if they can find a way to justify it. Period.
Yeah.
Period. They will say that's wrong for others to do something until they can find a reason to justify it. And the justification can be as simple as, yeah, but so-and-so said something about me, so I have to protect myself. You know, and again, I understand, but, like, don't fucking do that shit. After a certain age, you gotta fucking stop.
Yeah, after a certain age, you gotta own up to your fuck ups. Just you fucked up. You got caught fucking up. Apologize. Not apologize because you got caught. Apologize because you basically did the fucking bullshit taboo of double standards. Just fucking apologize for having double standards and try to be better from now on. For fuck's sake. It's the same shit I would tell Matt if he ever actually wanted to legitimately talk to me. I would yell at Matt. I would call him fucking names. I would tell him, dude, you fucked up big time. You for years were preaching against shit like this, and here you are doing exactly that. Your fucking double standards are fucking up. Now sit in the corner, think about what you did, and try to do better from now on, you fucking bitch. And then
and then that's the other thing is fucking let the person do it. Like, words don't mean shit. Somebody can fucking talk to me left, right, and center about, oh, I'm not gonna do this shit ever again. Okay, that's nice, Andy. Fucking Andy. You know, I'm not gonna do this shit. Okay, and then next week he's on the same fucking spout. Wait a second, dude, show me by your fucking actions. Just don't fucking do it again.
Yeah. That's
and
it.
I know that takes time to fucking show that you haven't done it and that there's no proof that you have or have not. If fuck shit comes your way and you don't do that stupid shit again, then guess what? You fucking learned your lesson.
I think in the long run, Tonka's going to be just fine. I think his channel will do just fine. He might stop streaming for like maybe a month or so, and he'll come back and he'll do his thing. He'll just carry on as if nothing happened, which is probably going to be how I predict his channel is going to go. That's fine.
Yeah.
The question that is like prudent to everyone here: where are we going to go forward with this? How do we want to handle this? Are we going to treat him like a pariah and just not deal with him anymore?
No.
And even then, like then there's the audience and there's like the fan base will probably find some way to come back, and that's fine. I don't know. For me personally, I'm actually fairly upset.
So
this is
yeah.
Hey Rob, how's it going?
Rob,
hey, I'm late. I'm so sorry. I was
fucking late.
It was
Fucking
8:50, and I'm sitting here waiting for the link, and I doze off dreaming of Brox's fat, sweet titties.
Yeah, you're an hour and a half late of fucking napping, dude. The fuck?
Oh well, fuck, man. My dream fapping takes a while. I'm not gonna be sorry for that.
Well, if you were in Canada, I would just say you probably just got high because
Oh well, no. You can always say my name is Robert Como. Hi, have we met? You can always say that about me.
No, Rob, CNN was officially canceled for tonight, so we're going to push all our stories to next Sunday. So no need to really go looking for fresh news stories and stuff. We're going to save, because there were 3 stories you presented that I'm like, I want to talk about these.
Yeah, I had some good ones.
Yeah, you did. Oh my God, you did. So yeah, but we officially canceled CNN. So we're going to be we're now talking about the Tonka Andy drama.
Oh yeah. I caught part of that Fun Day Sunday, the Fun Day Sun stream. Fun Day Sun stream.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sunday fun stream.
There it is.
I was gonna say Sunday Fun Day, which for me is a little upsetting because there's another stream every morning called Sunday Fun Day on Red Robot's channel.
Yeah, go watch Red Robot does morning.
So catch me up. What is going on? Didn't so Jim got doxxed, right? By like crowd.
Yeah, that was the other thing. See, I missed that part. Apparently he was doxxed.
Sorry.
And one of Sargon's Thinkery streams, he mentioned Mr. So-and-so lost the audience or something like that, which was like supposed to be his name. So theoretically, yeah, Jim's been doxxed. I don't know. I haven't followed up on that part. That I'm still trying to figure out.
I wanted to see that. Damn it.
Here's the thing. Unless Medicare comes out and actually says that is legitimately his name, and I don't know anything about this, then that's not probably his actual name. And the only reason
he said in the past that he expects to be doxxed. And when it happens, it just happens, and he's just gonna be like whatever about it and not even acknowledge it. So he might not even acknowledge it. So we won't even know if it's true or not.
There has been plenty of times when Medicare has been quote unquote doxxed.
Yeah.
But they weren't really him. They were actually somebody completely different. So this might not even be a legit dox, but somebody did Sargon did legitimately accidentally divulge some information.
Nice subtle name drop.
Right.
Well, it was from fucking Sargon.
Sargon cop.
He's done some really questionable things lately. Again, not gonna crucify the guy. He hasn't. The only people here that I personally think need to be fucking drawn and quartered are Anal Vape and Zoom. Anal Vape and Zoom are really the ones, and the whole reason why is because Andy can be with Geek Thulu in his realm all he wants. I don't care. I fucking can't stand Geek. Nicole Volteo, is that? Yeah, Nicole Volteo in the chat earlier pointed out that Geek Thulu basically threatened her because she called him out on some shit that he was pulling. Ooh, yeah. So Geek is a fucking piece of shit. All right, Andy can try to defend Geek all he wants, and he's never going to convince me that Geek Thulu is anything but a piece of shit. That's not going to mean that I'm going to fucking think piss poorly of Andy. I just can't watch Andy fucking kill himself like he has been. Like, I don't know. It's just ever since Andy's lost his fucking mind, I'm just like, I don't know if I can watch him anymore, man. Like,
he needs therapy.
So
like,
I'm not
legit.
I'm not particularly familiar because I don't always look at the chat. Call me Oz in the chat there said, today someone asked, were you doxxed? And he replied, yes, I was. And I believe that's in regards to Medicare.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
So
I guess it happened. All right. Well, again, I'm going to go ahead. Fuck you, Sargon, for doing that.
Yeah,
Sargon. Don't fucking confirm that shit. Don't spread it around, y'all. Like,
fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Because then you're just giving the ammo to the people who don't want to fucking do the work.
You're letting Zoom and Anal Vape have more information. We already know fucking Carl Benjamin is Sargon of Akkad. Obviously, there's no information needed for him to go after him and do some reputable shit with him. But Medicare has been, up until now, pretty anonymous. Don't go letting anyone know about fucking Jim's fucking info and shit. That's bullshit.
I'm one of those people. If you have enough of an issue with somebody to fucking go after them, cool. Don't fucking like take that information that you have and just fucking put it out there. Like, yes, it's public information that anybody could find, but not everybody has the fucking wherewithal or the fucking energy to go look for it. On the other hand, there are plenty of fucking people who will take said information and go, hey, I didn't have to work for this, but I hate this motherfucker enough to like ruin his life just because he said a bad word about me. And now I'm going to ruin his life. Okay, no, that's not cool. Like, don't give fucking ammo to the fucking idiots. Let them fucking look for it themselves. And if they fucking find it cool, that's on them. But I don't know.
Okay, I just want to bring something to attention that's happening in the chat. Ani is saying bitch tits are okay, and Will Honorless is saying boobs are greater than man boobs. You know what? That's a conversation. That's a conversation that I actually believe in, and I would have that conversation with anyone at any given time because
boobs.
It's great.
Boobs.
I'll gladly suckle on some lady boobs because male boobs are gay.
Male boobs are gay, unless it's Bowsette, in which case I'm conflicted.
Well, that's an internet question.
That's an internet question of internet questions.
That's an internet question. I don't need to answer that one. I will say, like, when in regards to the information, Medicare he pointed something out on his stream that I did think was kind of interesting. Sargon's last video, a user by the name of Cobalt Kitty had asked Sargon why did he post all that additional information on Encyclopedia Dramatica. Now, if you go on to Mr. Medicre's page on Encyclopedia Dramatica, a lot of new information came out in regards to his channel and stuff. Nothing too much, but I mean enough of information. The user who uploaded all that information was a user by the name of Cobalt Kitty. So Cobalt Kitty is asking Sargon, why did you put all this information out? And if you look on the information on this thing, it was uploaded by a Cobalt Kitty. So it seemed like there's something going on. The phrase gay ops seems to be applying in this particular regard.
Yes.
And from what I've been hearing in regards and seeing like V's performance on a lot of these things, I'm not saying it's him, but I'm looking at V and I'm liking the guy less and less as time goes on. At first I didn't mind him. I thought he was a silly Romanian gypsy who just would say smart things in amongst all the stupid stuff he would say, and I just thought he was funny. But now it's kind of gotten too far, and I have a hard time liking V at this point.
I'm having a hard time liking fucking anybody involved in this. Even Medicare is starting to get on my fucking nerves. I mean, shit, yeah, Medicare, you got famous making fun of furries and retards on the internet. Well, why is everybody going to him acting like he is some font of fucking supreme internet knowledge?
I don't know if they're looking at him as if a supreme internet knowledge. I think they're looking at him
maybe not everybody that he's talking to, but
look. I think he's
dipping his toes in things that he hasn't dipped his toes in before. And when you're on live stream, unprepared, you haven't made a video. He's not making himself look so hot.
He hasn't done the research.
I would say Medicare is the rolling boulder. He's on top of a hill, and there's people out there throwing stones at the boulder, hoping that someday it's going to roll. And when it does, it'll set off all this disaster and stop at a certain point and rest there until the next time it comes up there and people start throwing rocks at the boulder again and waiting for it to roll. I think what's happened here is the boulder has started rolling, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens and see what the damage is going to be.
Right.
So I don't the way I think of it is I don't think of him as if people would just leave him alone. I don't think he'd give a rat's ass because no one's bringing it up, but people are bringing it up. They're throwing stones, hoping the boulder's going to roll, and it's about to. So, and I think things are about to get worse before they get better, because there is a series of videos coming out, and there's more drama to be happened. I think there's another stream happening for Medicare tomorrow, and more information is going to come out. And Andy's, of course.
What I think my problem is that Medicare will sit there and talk about every little bullshit piece of information that somebody sends them, whether it makes sense or not. And Medicare will go, it's just another thing to think about.
Well, I think
it's just something somebody said, some rando sent him online. He goes, "Oh, look, somebody sent me this," and he. People send him bullshit because they want to get noticed by Jim, and then he has no problems using bullshit information and just throwing it out there because, it's not him that dug all this up. This is just somebody sent to him. What, is he not supposed to talk about it? It's like, he has a responsibility to not fucking just say anything that comes his way. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying he doesn't have free speech. What I'm saying is that, you have a responsibility not, if you're going to tarnish somebody, to check to see, check to see if
sure
it's
that your info is correct.
Yeah, somebody could just send him a fucking picture of Sargon's head photoshopped on something doing child porn, and all of a sudden Jim's gonna come out being like, "Look, there's a connection to Sargon and child porn."
There's been a few instances of that already.
And all of a sudden, when it's out there, that's not going away, and I don't think that's a very responsible thing to do.
I don't know if you could really say that in regards to Medicare. I don't know of any particular cases where it was like that. A lot of what he does do, it's fairly to the point. Like him or hate him, he might be kind of vulgar and whatnot, but I mean, he gets to the point. So. I
don't not like him. I love his videos and stuff like that. I just think when I see him on live streams that he has a tendency to run his mouth a little bit more than is necessary, and people let him get away with it because they like him, and he talks real nice. He's a smooth talker.
I think
he needs to do his research before he talks, is what it really is.
I think it's a bit much to call him a smooth talker, but just because this is Jim. He is a bit of a shit kicker and that kind of stuff.
Well, you know what I mean. He can. Yeah, I mean, fuck. He can run circles around most people he talks to.
Yeah, he's quite.
That's what I mean by smooth talk. He's quick. He sounds reasonable. On an individual, yes, one-by-one basis, yes, you could say everything's reasonable. But we are pattern recognizing creatures, and I'm just seeing a pattern of him. And I love Medicare videos, man. I love Jim's videos.
Well, I think
I think he puts out information that is not confirmed just because somebody wants to get a little attention from Jim.
Yeah, at least on live streams. And yeah, I get what you're saying is when he's on a live stream and he's just going random stream of thought, it's not as methodically thought out as it is when he gets to sit down, do his research before he puts out a video. Now, with the information that's being thrown at him and these people just want to be recognized by Jim, Jim sits there and goes, "Oh, well, this is interesting." But then he'll research it later, might find out that it's like bullshit, but never say anything about it because something else has come up now. Yeah, so, I mean, I get where you're coming from in that point of view. And it's true. He is very fucking methodical and very smart and, very tricky. But he's just as vulnerable as other people when it comes to, lack of information and context. And speaking on things before you have full context is not always the best idea, Medicare. Or anybody.
I don't know if I agree with that. A lot of what he does is it's very hard to rebut against. It's hard to nail him down on anything that he was talking about that wasn't, to the point or wasn't somewhat accurate. I mean, it's a little. I mean, I
well,
don't
and
know.
that's what we're saying is somewhat accurate versus actual, like completely accurate. He has decent fucking thoughts and ideas, but they aren't completely
I
fleshed
even want
out.
to take back mine because I don't actually have any examples, like solid examples off the top of my head.
Yeah,
but
and
he's thrown off so much accusations out there in the wind, and I know not all of them is stuck.
Well, I don't know. Well, there again, I mean, if you want to call them accusations, it's mostly he's just going over the information and presenting it. I mean, and I think that's kind of if you want, you can call it like he's weaseling out of making accusations. He's not actually saying these things. He's presenting the information. If you want to say it, that's fine.
Yeah,
I think that could be a level criticism, but it's hard to say that he's actually saying that. He's just presenting the information.
Yeah,
and it's hardly wrong. It's hardly right. But
yeah,
I mean, it's not terrible.
Yeah, and presenting his opinion based on the basic knowledge is where I have an issue with it. But that's with anybody in general, with people and things. Anyways,
the cynic in the chat there. I don't think Jim said anything wrong. I think it's just he's.
Yeah, and that's why I said I take it back because I actually don't. I mean, that's just this feeling I get. Like so much is coming out from him. But I do not have any solid examples of Jim.
Yeah, but with that said, I don't think he's supremely right either. I just think he's interpreting the information that he finds, and I don't think the information he finds is wrong either. It could just be maybe there wasn't enough, or maybe he's presenting. I don't know, but I also haven't seen an example where he was proven wrong either. So it's a little hard to judge on that.
You're absolutely right, and I take it back because I don't have any examples of Jim, saying something. It's more of a feeling that I've been getting over time.
I do, but I'm not going to get into it because it's going to take too long.
and that's
I'll just put it out like that.
and that's okay. I mean, we can all have our.
But he's a fallible human being. That's the way that I see everybody is. Nobody's fucking perfect, and I think that's the point that we're kind of trying to get at is that he has made mistakes on things, but that's not necessarily a bad thing that somebody else wouldn't be able to do either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. There is no such thing as infallible person. Everyone has faults, and I'm sure he does too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of people who have made mistakes, Rotten Beast earlier in the chat asked us about a very specific topic, and I kind of feel like me and Semaj really should talk on this one. So it turns out Ian lied to us.
Right.
Not the Chong.
Yeah, Ian Miles Chong recently was on a stream with myself, Schmeckel, and Semaj. And we asked him about the the DMs in which it looked like he was doxing. Schmeckel himself went out of his way to actually block the information that was technically the dox.
Okay, hold on. Before you go too far, that wasn't me. I wasn't on that stream.
You weren't on that stream? I could have swore you were on that stream.
I was on the stream after he was there.
That's right. Yeah, you came on afterwards. Okay, well,
so all this is beyond my head. I didn't know that. I did see the kill stream where Ian was on and he got roasted. So
yeah, I was watching that as well. One of the reasons why I didn't do a stream last night was because of that kill stream.
Sorry.
But yeah, so Ian lied to me and Schmeckel, and Ian passed on what was essentially a dox. It was a fake dox. It was later discovered that the information was actually fake, and that wasn't legitimately Wild Goose's information. However, Ian did hand off information to Shitrat. He didn't know what he had. He wasn't intentionally doxing anyone, but he was handing information off.
Does anybody talk to fucking Shitrat? Like, at all, ever? Any time, ever?
I think Kraut does still.
Why? I don't care who it is. Like, can we just, like, completely oust this fucker socially and everybody just stop giving him any fucking credence at all about anything ever again. I am so sick of his fucking name. I'm sick of his fucking face. I'm sick of his fucking bullshit over the past, 2, 3, 4 years this fucker has been. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm gonna stop there.
It's okay.
Yeah. I will turn into psycho bitch. Anyways.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Schmeckel hasn't exactly asked us if we wanted to put it to a vote and everything. And at the end of the day, it really is Schmeckel's decision whether people are on the ban list or not. But here's where I stand on it. Temporary ban list for Ian. Because he did fuck up. He actually did. He didn't realize he was sending a dox. It was a fake dox. He didn't realize he was sending a dox. He fucked up. He should have looked into it more, especially since he's a technical journalist, as some people would consider him to be, even though he just writes about video games. But Ian fucked up on multiple levels. And because of the actions of what he did, because of what he essentially did do, realizing it or not, he doxed. Fake dox, but he doxed. And that's why, since doxing is a bannable offense, I say temporary ban. That's my stance on it. He didn't realize what he was doing, but at the same time, I cannot, just because I like Ian, just because I'm good with Ian, just because, I wouldn't exactly go as far as saying friends, but we are friendly towards each other. Just because I enjoy somebody does not mean I'm not going to give them the same kind of punishment I would give somebody I don't like. However, due to the fact that he did fuck up in the sense that he didn't realize what he had and was still handing off information to shit rat that was essentially a dox and all that shit, because it was a fuck up within a fuck up, I say temporary. I don't know how long, but temporary ban. As in, he obviously barely comes onto the show as is, but still, I'm going to hold myself to the same standards I would hold to somebody I don't fucking like.
Right.
Now, permanently, that's something we can talk about later.
Right.
Depends on, again,
I don't care.
With your actions.
Yeah.
Just give a fuck.
My opinion on this kind of thing is I don't think in regards to Ian, it was not a big deal because it sort of was in that I think trying to remember what happened. I remember in that conversation there was talk about someone's dog getting killed because of this, which was probably a worse thing. Yeah, like a flash. No, well, maybe not. I'm trying to remember if it was killed. I know a flash grenade blew up in the dog's face.
What?
So,
dude.
And that was in regards to this. So I think that's part of the thing that makes people real upset.
Fucking leave animals and family members and dogs alone.
How did this go from fucking Ian Miles Chong lying to a dog getting flashbanged in the face?
Well, because
somebody's going to have to fill in the gaps for me.
Right. Well, apparently when the information got out and someone got swatted saying that, Ian put out this information that was not correct. It was someone else, or maybe it was. I don't know the details. Okay, it's hard for me to talk about this if I don't know. But I remember hearing that someone's dog got attacked because of this. There was a flash.
So what we think happened is Ian doxed somebody incorrectly. Somebody swatted that address, and some random person's dog got flashbanged in the face.
Yeah,
because Chong doxed somebody.
So there were actual physical ramifications. Oh, okay, yeah, no permaban.
Well, I see there again. I don't know. We may want to have him on.
That's what we think happened. That's what.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm not going to permaban him. I need to go over that again, see the stream again, because I just need to figure that out for sure. So I'm just gonna, no comment on this point. I'm just saying that I think there was more to this than just someone's information getting out. So, yeah. But if I had to give out a permaban to someone, or maybe until after we've had a talk with them, probably Mom. No, you're not going anywhere, bitch. You're staying on this stream. The person who gave the information to Ian might be worth talking about. I remember that name. It was Mombot.
I have no idea. I've heard the name Mombot. I have no idea who Mombot is.
Yeah, I was like, why is that familiar?
Well, Mombot has been around for, I believe, since the Gamergate days, and was very good at like spreading the Gamergate information around, like this is what's going on, that's going on, and so made a name for. I'm gonna have to say himself. It goes by Mombot, but it's actually a dude. He uses an Evangelion, which is an anime, chibi art style, and uses, tries to go around calling himself a woman or something. So, yeah, it's interesting. I see the chat is probably getting bored of this conversation because I've heard a few people saying, "Just shut up and talk about comics already." Rockus, shut up and rap battle me, or here's my personal favorite. Ban lists are gay.
Okay.
Gay. It's a gay.
A guy. It's a gay.
Yeah, because
it's a grade.
I'm the one who's actually in charge of the channel.
The cynic says, I flash bang my girl in the face daily. She loves it.
Why can't everybody just retweet puppies eating bananas like Brockus?
Yeah.
Puppies eating bananas?
Oh, I was on Twitter earlier because I attention. Apparently, American Phoenix is claiming that I'm fucking doing double standards. The same thing I was complaining about earlier. But yeah, I don't really seem to see how it's a double standard.
Da da da.
I don't.
But see, that's also that human thing again. Sorry.
But yeah, so the chat very quickly has turned on me, and I stopped paying attention to it. So I went to Twitter. It's not the first time the chat has ever turned on me. Believe me, that one of the reasons why I stopped paying attention to the chat so much is because very quickly the chat will turn on me. Most of the time it's funny. Sometimes it's actual dickheads in the chat fucking throwing a bitch fit because they don't like me or some shit. So I'm just like, whatever, I don't fucking care. And I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw a dog eating a banana. I'm like, fucking retweeting that shit.
I love puppies. I love animals.
You love the doggos?
I'm just so sick of fucking doxing and shit in general. Like, God, the fucking 5-year-old in me is just like, can't we all just fucking get along? Like, agree to disagree. Y'all are assholes. I'm not gonna fucking associate with you. You're cool. I'm gonna associate with you. You fucked up. I'm gonna fucking, like, let you fucking redeem yourself on your own. And I'm not gonna put all my trust in you. What the fuck happened to that shit? Never mind. None of y'all care.
Yeah. No one cares about that. We need to be talking about things that's important here. Like, drama. Well, that or comic books. Oh, this last issue of Thor was pretty good. Love this artwork. Oh yeah, it's fucking epic, hand painted nonsense. Here, I'm talking about comics. You guys happy now? Happy? Got X-Men. We get to see Thanos on the Blade cover. Fucking Art Germ himself. My God. Oh. But you can't get enough of this.
My boyfriend just made quesadillas.
Fucking nose. Fucking stab you right in the nose. All right, that's quality 2018 comic books. Yes.
Have you gotten any of the crowdfunded comics? Any of Richard C. Myers comics or John Malin's or something, or
no,
Cyberfrog or Night Shift?
As much as I support them, I've been so flat broke I can't buy them. I don't have the money to do so. I did just now get money, unfortunately, but I don't know if they're still going.
Well, I know Cyberfrog, Night Shift is still going. John Malin's comic that looks fucking awesome.
Oh, Graveyard Shift. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I picked up one of those.
Is Cyberfrog still going?
Fucking amazing.
Well, well, here's the thing. I was torn because I wasn't sure if there was enough time to get a Cyberfrog comic, but I know there's a Cyberfrog miniature coming out, and I was like, I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna. So, believe it or not, I tend to collect action figures. I don't know if you've known. I collect toys, guys.
They're figurines.
If figurine guys,
they're not. They're fancy dolls.
Yeah, they are collectibles. They are action figures. They are all these things. You flame guy is so cool, man. He's so cool.
I think your overexcited geek voice is probably the most terrifying thing ever.
Oh, terrifying or adorable?
Does the beard help and the goggles? I love my comic books. Oh, yeah, you can't believe it. You just the tooth finally out. Oh, will Batman finally live? Oh. I'll be so happy. Swamp Thing is back. Swamp Thing is back.
Okay, hold on. No. I am going to have to address a few of these things. American Phoenix, the reason why Ian is not permabanned, even though I just put my vote into permaban because of the ramifications that happened to what he did. No, it has nothing to do with the fact that he has a huge fucking following. Your follower count does not actually account for why you would be banned or not. The people that have been banned, however, have been banned because they've done egregious things, such as doxing or threatening people and continue to threaten people while pretending that they're doxing people, shit like that. The ban list is not very fucking long, but it is a ban list because we're not going to fucking deal with these people anymore. Additionally, somebody is trying to say Trippy got banned for less than this. Trippy was never banned. He was excommunicated. Excommunication is not ban. Excommunication is we are no longer affiliated with this person. We're not going to just give them links.
He's out of the family.
Basically.
Well, part of the reason for that is because, I mean, they've been known to send links out to multiple different people, and then they send links out to other people, and the next thing you know, it's a dog pile of randos that just pop in the stream. It's happened before, so.
Yeah. I mean, so to sit there and say that we're not permabanding or whatever the case is for Ian Miles Chong because he has a huge following and shit, that has nothing to do with it. And again, I'm not the one who's actually really in charge of the official ban list. That's Schmeckle. Schmeckle's the one who actually makes the final say-so on who is and is not on the ban list, the excommunication list, who is in the family, things like that. Oh, sure, we can have a vote on it, but at the end of the day, Schmeckle is the one who owns the channel. Schmeckle is the one who actually says who stays and who goes, so to speak. So to sit there and say, because my vote is something, all of a sudden it's a double standard. Okay, yeah, well, again, I even pointed out the reason why Ian wasn't originally getting a permaban vote from me is because he didn't even know what the fuck he had, and he was stupid enough to still push the information forward, not realizing, one, it was a dox. Even though it was a fake dox, he didn't realize it was a dox. And he's dumb for that. He's a fucking idiot because he should have actually looked into it. He fucked up. Yeah. Again, I went through and just basically talked about some other people's fuck-ups. Geek Thulu has a pretty big following himself. He's not on the ban list.
Back on this topic?
I'm just, because people have been throwing fucking, especially American Phoenix, has been throwing some shade at me, trying to say that I'm fucking, I'm a piece of shit or whatever. So I'm just like, you know what, fine. I'll address it. But
look, at the end of the day, people just need to take their lumps. And in which case, I mean, Tonka's going to be taking his lumps. There are consequences. You're right. And you know, you want to get any good graces, you're going to have to eat some shit. I mean, that's just the way of things.
Yep.
It doesn't mean that, you know, people can't change. Even now, like, part of me wants to, you know, show some mercy towards Yobi and most things. So I like to think that he's learned his lesson and things could happen. But I mean, that's not up to me, and other people might not feel the same way. And that's part of the thing. Is if you run a group hangout and a group channel like this one. I mean, I'm just one voice in this whole like group of like how many people we have here. We got Schmeckle, Tonka, not Tonka, Brock. You know, we got a couple people here, so who knows? Maybe I'll do my own stream and bring Yobi on. Who knows?
I don't know. Just a fat nobody with tiny tits. So
my tits are not that tiny. Thank you very much.
No, I'm saying me, not you.
American Phoenix is asking, why would you bring up the ban list if you have no authority? I did specifically say that it was about Ian. We had to talk about what happened with Ian because it was asked.
Well, unless someone's done something incredibly egregious, I mean, like, because if someone like openly docs and all that kind of stuff, like instant ban list, that kind of stuff, that'll happen.
Phoenix, it can be discussed, okay, without being Like, there isn't a result. It was just discussed. Chill the fuck out.
I'm
End
sure.
of story.
I'm sure Schmeckel
Next topic.
Yeah, I'm sure Schmeckel will see the channel or see the stream, and he'll have some opinions. Hey, Brockus, did you by any chance ever like watch that MTV show The Max?
Not the whole thing, but I did watch some of it.
Oh man, that was such a great
animated
show.
Max.
Yeah,
that was great animation, man.
That was awesome. Well, he's back and he's teamed up with Batman.
Wait, I'm sorry. God, did you say the Max is the artist is back, or
yeah, both. The artist who does the Max, he's back and he's working with Batman or against him, one or the other.
I thought you meant like the Max was doing a crossover with Batman. I'd be like,
that is what I said. That's exactly what I said. You heard me right. Oh. The Max, the Max from MTV, that cartoon show.
Yeah, that's fine. Be excited for it. I'm not.
Yeah, well, someone's got to be excited.
Excited for it? I'm excited.
No, I'm not excited because of who they fucking teamed them up with, who they basically get. This is one of the things that I have a constant problem when it comes to DC or when it comes to these independent company characters like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Ghostbusters, He-Man, and so many others. They're consistently, whenever they do these crossover things, they don't ever have a crossover of like just He-Man and Thundercats, which they've done. Just G.I. Joe and Transformers, which they've also done. No. In order to get people more interested in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic book, they have to create a separate fucking comic book. That is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meets Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Fucking stop it. I'm sick and tired of people consistently pushing Batman as the greatest fucking hero of all time. He's not. He says so himself in his own fucking comic books that he's not the greatest hero of all time. And no, that doesn't somehow give him some sort of humbling points or anything like that. No, motherfuckers. He's constantly telling everybody else, you want to know who the best superhero actually is? Superman. Not only because he's an actual superhero, but also because he was the reason and the inspiration for other superheroes to become fucking superheroes. He's the fucking person everyone is striving to become or be. It's just ridiculous as fuck. And constantly everybody is just shitting all over Superman, which right now, because of the Bendis comic books, rightfully so.
Yeah, but Superman
but everybody's constantly shitting on Superman and giving all this credit to Batman where Batman deserves no real credit. And it pisses me off. It's just like, stop. Fucking stop it.
You want to know who the greatest superhero is of 2018, with the exception of the Cyberfrog, a close second, in my opinion. Well, maybe a third after the Jawbreakers. Would actually be Mojo. Why would I say Mojo? Why am I talking about Mojo from Mojo World? This Mojo, a fat fuck that terrorized the X-Men, the greatest villain of all time. He's fucking calling out Marvel for their shit in this fucking comic. I'm like Mojo.
Sorry.
Mojo World. Anyway, I'm excited to give this a read. I've read some of the panels. I'm like, fuck, this guy's calling out Marvel for all their shit. It's a thick book too. Anyway,
I'm trying to be nice to Marvel. I really am. I'm trying to be nice because through all the shit that I continuously see Marvel pushing, through all the bullshit, the bad writing, the terrible art, the questionable motives, the questionable fucking way that they handle their PR and all that stuff. And by questionable, I mean outright fucking atrocious. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little more optimistic, a little more positive, a little more nice to Marvel, which is why I actually bought a few Marvel books recently. One of them actually is the complete set of a series I have actually been hunting down for years now, which is the completion of War of Kings. It's a really cool fucking book. Anyone who hasn't actually experienced it, go read it. It's about the Inhumans, some of the X-Men, and Scott Summers' missing youngest brother. It's really, really fucking interesting in my opinion. But I also recently got the first 3 issues of Extermination, which is supposed to lead into The Exterminated, which is a new X-Men Crisis series. I saw the issues of X-Men Black, which is basically what you've got in your hand there with the mojo.
Mm-hmm.
I am so pissed off that Marvel did it again, because they had X-Men Gold, they had X-Men Blue, and then, you know, they eventually came out with X-Men Red. X-Men Red was a fucking shitfest. Blue was halfway decent, but it eventually fell straight into the ground. And Gold had its controversy in the first couple of issues because the piece of shit artist decided to put in some anti-Semitic fucking artistry in there. And when questioned on it, he admitted to it. So they had to edit it.
Well, slight correction there. It was actually verses from the Quran that talks about genocide towards non-believers and stuff the like, which is, you know.
But then there's a couple, if you actually pay attention, there's a diversity in comics issue episode where he talks about it. There's another follow-up scene after you see that t-shirt with Colossus and everything, where Kurt Wagner, a German, is swinging a baseball bat, and the bat clearly has landed as if he was legitimately trying to bash her skull in Kitty Pryde, an actual open Jewish character.
Oh yeah. Talk about your shitstorms.
Yeah, so the symbolism, there was not just a verse in Quran, but there was also some anti-Semitic symbolism throughout the actual pages. Those aren't the only offenses. They had to re-edit a lot of the things from that particular book.
Well, and I actually have both copies of that book. I have the original and the censored version. So that was quite something. And speaking of, because they'll be in my collection for a while, because this is one hell of a controversy. But also speaking of controversies, I'm so glad I picked this up. I don't know if I'll be able to get the second one, but this Batman Damaged. This is from a European artist that came out there. The reason why this is controversial is more of their edgier series, if you will, with like blood, violence, that kind of stuff. Actual nudity. You get to see Bruce Wayne dick.
Yeah.
One panel. You get to see his junk.
You never get to see fucking male junk and shit. Like, there's sexism for you.
Well,
I'm joking.
It's all good. In the European market, I mean, they're a little bit more open with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's part of the reason why that ended up in here. But also, I mean, they did decide, we're going to edit up dick, so there's a little black spot. But then they just sort of decide, after this censored run, they're not doing it anymore. This is a collector's item at this point. I paid, what was it, $15 for it? Something along those lines. It's now worth $60. Last time I checked, the price went up there, and it's only going to go up with time. So on the plus side, I mean, I got something that's going to be worth quite a bit in a few years to come.
Hey.
So
my Twitter has recently blown the fuck up. I'm not checking notifications. Fuck that shit. It's not even related to what we're doing. It's just like people are having a lot of fun going back and forth with gifs and jokes and shit on Twitter in something that I'm tagged in. And I just looked over at my Twitter and I'm like, nope. No, I'm not taking part in that. Fuck this.
So background check. I'm sure all this shit's been over your head. A bunch of nerds talk about nonsense to you, and I'm sure that's my thoughts correctly. Yeah.
Hey.
Well, if you want to know what the nerds are talking about, for about like $1 a week, you can get these cheap little comics. Catch you right up.
No, so I used to be into comics, but between all this stuff that I do anymore, I literally don't have time. But I love hearing about it, so that's why I go quiet.
Well, yeah, a bunch of nerds get passionate about what they like.
The only thing I'm not into is the anime. Sorry, not sorry. There's only a couple, like Ninja Scroll, La Blue Girl, and.
Oh yeah. Why am I not surprised? You like the porn, do you? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, you. I haven't.
La Blue Girl was fucking funny.
I haven't seen La Blue Girl in a very long time. That show. Wow, that show. It's quite something. I actually have a copy of the live action La Blue Girl they made.
The fuck?
You didn't know that? Yeah, here's the thing.
That's gross.
In Japan, they have this rule about nudity in that you can't show the pubic hair. In the anime at the time, you couldn't show the pubic hair. So it was like all black or something like that, or there'd be like nothing.
Yeah, it gets
straight bald.
Like pixelated out and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It carries over to their live action stuff, And so when they do the live action stuff, it's just weird. So all they do is they have like pools of white creamy water, and I'm like, okay, this is just weird.
Pools of white creamy water? What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, you can show the boobs, you can't show anything else. And so when they have like tentacle monsters and stuff doing their things, it's always just women in white creamy water going, oh, and moaning and all that other kind of stuff. It's
fucking weird.
You know what bothered me, which is really, really weird about this whole thing? The whole collection, because it was like a 3 DVD collection they had there. They were available at the time at my local HMV at $20 a disc. And at HMV, it was in their foreign section, which is where you can get like live action Japanese movies or Asian movies or Indian movies, that kind of stuff. And it was just sort of there. I could have walked in there and just bought one. It wasn't restricted at all. It wasn't called adult. And so I have people who are like, I knew some people who are very progressive and they like to watch a lot of Japanese movies and stuff like that. And they started talking about the Blue Girl. I'm like, how the fuck would you know that? Because I know they don't watch any anime. I'm like, how the fuck do you know about that? And so I started asking questions and went, oh.
Everybody knows about La Blue Girl or Ninja Scroll. What was the other one? Oh, Vampire Hunter D. There's an old one.
Fucking right. I love that.
Funny. That was old school.
Vampire Hunter D sounds like it would be a porno and or hentai with the way people talk nowadays. But you never would have guessed that back in the 90s when it initially came out, because everybody just called him D. That was it. Yep. That was the main character. His name is D. That's it.
I know that. Well, okay. I know there's 2 movies. I could never figure out which one was which, because one was a really old one, and the other one was a newer one. That was actually done by the same people who did Ninja Scroll, so it looks very similar.
Yes.
That one, I want to say it's Bloodlust or something. I can't recall, but that one, it was so fucking epic. I loved it. But yeah, that's why I never bought a copy of the DVD, because I didn't know which one was which, because they wouldn't tell you and they wouldn't show pictures or nothing. They would just have the silhouette of the character. It's like, what is that? What is it? Is this the new one or the old one?
Right.
The packaging was very weird. So, but the movie was good. This has just become a pure-on nerd stream, which is awesome.
Yeah. It's okay. You know what's kind of funny is when Schmeckel's here, it gets derailed into drama streams. We'll try to do like a CNN or a Han Solo, whatever the case is. We'll try to do a regular stream, and Schmeckel will eventually derail it, usually very fast and almost from the start, into let's talk about the drama that's recently happened. And it's just like,
depends on how much alcohol he's had.
That too. Sometimes we just want to talk about the nerd shit, but like he derails the streams and the conversations quite a lot. We basically started off because we canceled what was initially supposed to exist. We canceled, started talking about the recent drama, and then we derailed that for nerd talk. And I can't do
so much better than the other way around.
I like derailing drama streams with nerd talk. It's fun.
Well, it's because it's something more positive to an extent. I mean, we could rage about other things. Like, I'm a little uncomfortable with how successful Venom is right now. Not that it was a bad movie. I'm just uncomfortable that it's doing well, because that can mean some very bad things in the horizon.
Yeah, that they're gonna fuck it up.
Well,
it's Sony, of course they are.
Well, here, the thing is, like, the reason why Spider-Man is back in the MCU is because they needed to work with them, because Sony made some bad decisions, Ghostbusters and the Dark Tower, and a lot of things. They were tanking awfully hard, so they needed to work with Marvel to help things. And so when they made their Spider-Man movie and all the other kind of stuff, that's how they kind of brought them back up. So they figured we need to do more superhero movies. So that they finally did the Venom movie that they've been wanting to do for a while. Because that movie did well, we have to wonder, because Sony still holds control over Spider-Man. If they're like, well, we're famous now. We're making enough money now. I guess we don't need Marvel anymore. So we'll just yank Spider-Man out from the MCU and put him into our Venom movie or put him into other kind of stuff, do our own superhero universe. And I mean, they could do that if they wanted to. And that's a scary thought because I like having Spider-Man back in the MCU because he's fucking Spider-Man.
Magnus got a new toy and he's showing it to me, and I want to punch him.
Oh gosh!
What kind of a toy are we talking about? Are we talking about this kind? What are we talking about?
Not that kind.
No, you sure? You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Are you sure? Oh, sorry, my bad.
It's a Transformer toy.
It's a backdoor one. Okay. Oh,
no! What the fuck is wrong?
I'm sorry.
For kids, you were so disgusting.
I forgot you were bi. I'm sorry. I was putting in the wrong hole. The other hole it doesn't go there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because we're finally talking nerd shit, and I'm happy about
dirty
that.
bitches.
That's why I brought up what Magnus sent me a picture of. It's a Titan class fucking Transformer toy, and he's teasing me with it, and I want to punch him.
Fucking Titan class Transformer toy. Oh my god. Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah,
he apparently got it for like $50, and I'm just like, well, I hate you. You have the thing that I want.
Yes, well, I spent almost $100 on Transformers at the last convention, so I can't talk. Oh my god, Transformers.
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking stay quiet about this anymore. I love the way you say dollars. You say dollars. You say dollars, and I'm just like, no, it's dollars, dude.
Dollars.
But well, yeah, no, you say it the way you need to say it, Semaj.
Because there's two things working against me. One, I'm dyslexic. Well, actually, three things. One, I'm dyslexic. Two, my mouth is dry. And three, I have a fucking fake beard over my mouth. What do you do?
No,
do it. Huh?
Completely understandable. I'm just saying that I find it amusing, and
it's like picking on a guy in a wheelchair. You wouldn't pick on a guy with a wheelchair, would you?
I would actually.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you probably would.
You clearly don't know me. I will pick on anybody.
You're still a fucking human.
I have a
I do not care. I will joke.
We all seem to have a nasty habit of dealing with people who are disabled. Something like, fuck you up, you fucking wheelchair freak. Learn to walk. Fucking cripple.
Yeah, but the funny thing is I do it to my friends.
Oh my god, you're an awful human being.
No, I'm not. They're still fucking human beings. They can take a fucking joke. If they can't, then they're not friends with me. Believe me.
Oh, fair enough. You got me there.
Yeah, no. I got friends in fucking the little cripple arm things. I got friends in wheelchairs. I don't give a fuck. I'm that person where I'm like, what are you gonna do? Chase me? Okay, Wheels, let's go.
Whatever. I have minimum standards for friendship, and one of those is walking.
I will fuck you up. I will walk upstairs.
If you're my friend, sometimes you need to get your ass up and go get me a beer. And if there's a step, my friend, that's just a deal breaker for me. I make that step to get me my beer every once in a while, friend. And what am I doing? What are we doing here? What are we even doing?
Sorry to bring this back on the drama thing. Rotten Beast asked me, like, why is Semaj mad at Tonka all of a sudden? Are you talking about the wheelchair thing? I honestly, I'm not familiar with that. I heard rumors that he's in a wheelchair. I don't know that for certain. I wasn't trying to. If it comes off that way, like that part, I don't know. If that is the thing, that I'm legitimately sorry about. Because I
stand by my comments. If Tonka's in a wheelchair, then we're done. Sorry, buddy.
Well, I mean,
I'll start to walk with you.
We'll be all right. Learn to walk again.
I imagine Chairview is going to be bragging, so I mean, like he won't be like fucking make fun of the guy in a wheelchair.
He doesn't have to do the work. What's wrong with this?
I'm just saying, it's officially confirmed. Semaj hates people in wheelchairs.
Well, I mean,
you're a horrible person.
Until the day I'm in one, which I mean, I'll get old eventually. Although by then they'll be able to create artificial things that can help you walk again. So I guess I'll be walking till the day I die. It'll be a clear run to the grave after I've achieved everything.
I have this weird feeling that if you ended up in a wheelchair, even temporarily, like you broke your leg or some shit, and you're just rolling around your house, anytime you go by a mirror, you just say fuck you every fucking time. Just mirror, fuck you. Like if it's a long mirror that's an entire wall or something like that, you just say fuck you over and over again until you're away from the image, because it's just like you don't even want to look at yourself. It's just like, you disgust me, you wheelchair-ridden son of a bitch.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see me being an angry old man in a wheelchair.
Okay, that's me already.
What, you in a wheelchair? Did I offend you?
Nope.
Okay then.
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Try me, bitch.
Nah.
By the way, chat. I'm not watching the chat, so sorry, you can't try me.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. You shit out of luck there, chat.
Yeah, I'm amused with all the various animal videos that I'm finding all over Twitter right now, just because some of them are. I found a one from the dodo. It's a mom and dad cat, and the dad cat is so fucking proud of his kittens, or at least the existence of the babies that he has made, that he is actually the one doing the usual mom deal in picking up the kittens, bringing them over to the box that they're all in, so they can, it's feeding time and everything like that, and then he's taking a nap at the end of the video. He's taking a nap with the kittens in between him and the mom, and I'm just like, that's fucking adorable. So I shared that to Anon in DMs, Vamp in DMs, and fucking Leaf in DMs. It's adorable shit. I'm just like, you need to see this. Cannot be the only one to see this cute shit. I retweeted it, so you could just go to my Twitter and see.
Yay! I love cute shit.
It's fucking adorable.
Because damn it, this world is fucked up, so might as well.
It's filled with doxers and pedophiles and people doing fucking gay ops and shit.
And dirty bitches. Everybody's a dirty bitch now.
You can't go on Twitch. It's full of thoughts.
We
what
know.
The fuck?
Yeah, that actually is accurate. Twitch.
Dude, they unfollowed me for me, by the way.
Who?
Twitter. And oh my god.
Okay.
Fucking A. What? Twitter unfollowed me from a few fucking people apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, I just brought you up to look and it said follow, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I already fucking had you followed.
That's weird.
Who you? You mean me or Tonka? I mean, why the fuck am I saying this?
Brockus.
Brockus.
Yeah, no, Brockus. Let me see. I don't know if... No, and Semaj too, yeah.
Oh.
Twitter has deemed me a problem because I call everyone a faggot.
Fuck, shit. I've been silenced and fucking banned, God. And I'm a nobody on fucking Twitter too. Did you see that? That was something I was gonna bring up tonight about Twitter. But
what about
it was in the Cunt News Network thing, but yeah, no, never mind. I'll save it for next week. So then y'all can come back again. Ooh, Twitter's doing some fuck shit. I'll just say that.
Getting shadow banned?
Yep. Even worse. Making that shit public on your ass.
Especially weird. Apparently I was unfollowed from
Twitter feed there, Brockus.
See?
And Semaj in the last minute or two.
No, not yet. 1 second.
I actually did see it. No, again, normally I'd be fake mad at something like that.
Thank you, Jordan.
That just made me
wonderful.
Okay, can I just say, my comment earlier, I just want to clarify this. When I said that the chat has turned on me because it doesn't like me, it wasn't actually a generalization that all the people that are in the chat right now don't like me. No. I'm not saying everybody. I'm not even including American Phoenix in on that. American Phoenix does seem to like me. He just apparently has a problem with what I've said because he sees it as a double standard, whatever. When I said that some people in the chat don't like me and they will turn on me quickly, it's usually because, as of late, when we talk about certain people, those people's fans have made their way into the chat and say some pretty fucking, messed up things about me or Semaj or Schmeckle or the channel in general, whatever the case is. There are some people out there that genuinely do not like me, whatever. I don't care. I don't pay attention to them and stuff. Because at one point I did actually look. I was going to address this a lot earlier, but I got distracted with something. When I had said that, I looked in the chat, and apparently there was orange boxes all over the fucking place because everybody was just trying to reconfirm that they do like me. And I'm like, no, you guys are fine. I didn't mean that to be like, oh no, the chat hates me. No. There are some people in the chat that genuinely do not like me. I don't know if they're still watching right now. I would imagine since the viewership has dropped to half of what we had earlier, that the people that are bored with the topic are just like, they're not talking about Tonka anymore.
Oh, sorry, drama mongers.
Don't worry, guys. We'll be talking about this again tomorrow.
Wonderful.
Oh, but the reason why I said that is because Jordan is a sick bastard who fucking
you love it.
means me all the time, and I do love it. I love it's not that I love the attention. The jokes are so they're so delicious.
It just kind of freaks me out how your face is the same color as Batman's ass material.
It's a little weird, right? But no, it's just I love a good joke. I love good roast. If you're just gonna insult me by calling me retarded or fat or something like whatever, I've heard it 1,000 times. I like original jokes. I'm getting tired of Leaf's bullshit about me being a ducky rapist. You can fuck yourself.
Whoa. Did you rape a ducky?
No, I didn't.
Are you sure? Was it a rubber ducky?
Look, you have to understand that Leaf has this very squeaky voice. And what she's doing is she's projecting. She's tired of having Brockus rape her ass.
Okay.
Look, I understand.
That time, you're lots of fun.
Yeah, well, I mean... You hear squeak, squeak, squeak. Well, we know why that is, Leaf. We know why that is. It's okay. You can say it out loud. He's fucking. He's giving you the backdoor D, isn't he? He's giving you the Dr. Doom and the boom.
Oh shit! Hope you ain't talking to me. Nope.
I mean, like I could do that for you if you like, but I mean that we'll talk about that later. Which I can't say anyways because you're in America.
Henry G's another one of those motherfuckers that will pop up out of nowhere and will make jokes at my expense, and I can't help but laugh. You sick bastard. You wonderful sick bastard. No, truthfully, I actually enjoyed the majority of the trolls that come into the chat because they've got some really good jokes. I especially like this one because I pointed out if you're just going to call me fat and retarded, then, whatever, all that shit. And here's Psycho216. Brockus is fat, retarded. Am I right, boys? And I'm just like, I'm not going to lie. That was funny. Fuck you.
Right?
That's actually good.
You forgot the duck fucking. Never forget the duck fucking.
Go fuck yourself.
Don't fuck ducks, Brockus.
Also,
I learned this a while ago.
Also, I did find out for some reason that ducks have like fake holes for vaginas. Their vagina is literally a mace to get in there and actually impregnate them.
Oh yeah, what? I've heard about that.
What the fuck is that about? Nature? What the hell?
Some shit about like not being able to be raped or some shit. Not being able to like, I don't know.
What you can't rape is a duck because they have fake vaginas.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Nature seems to do this thing where they make it seem so impossible for animals to just be able to continue to procreate, which we clearly see is not an actual problem since we continue to have animals exist. Puppies, kittens, ducklings, all these different baby animals, they exist. There's proof of this. So obviously, fucking for them is not necessarily an actual difficulty, but as humans we look at that and we go, that seems so unpleasant.
Well, you know what sounds really unpleasant to me? Octopus sex. That's just, you guys know about that?
Stop watching hentai.
No, it's not hentai. I need to stop watching the Nature Channel.
Stop watching a lot of things.
Sex is bad enough.
Octopus, like if they have sex, the female will eat the male. It can't happen because they're bigger and stronger, that kind of stuff. So in order to impregnate them, one of the tentacles on the male octopus can launch off like a harpoon or like a torpedo, and if they get into the female in one of her like gills or whatever, that's how they impregnate them. But here's the thing: once it's already done, the octopus is going to die. It just sort of wilts and dies. And once the female gets impregnated, she'll lay the eggs after a while, and then she will also wilt and die. There's no good life for either of them.
Nature is scary, yo.
Nature's fucked up. You have sex as an octopus, you're dead.
It's kind of fucking twisted how accurate that actually is, because nature is actually genuinely scary.
Although
every time somebody brings it up, all I can do is think about how fucking funny it is, because it's just like, well, it just makes me think of that fucking video from
the fact that we know more about space than we do about the ocean, that's fucking scary. That's fucking scary. Like, we live right next to this fucking thing. We have free access to it all the fucking time. But we know more about shit that takes us forever to get to? The fuck? Fuck?
Part of the reason for that is because when you have to get funding and you have to go out and do the research, but in order to get funding, you have to find rich donors, and donors you essentially have to sell it to them like you would a movie trailer.
Well, also I think there's a fundamental difference in the type of, like, in space you don't have to worry about fucking a couple thousand pounds of pressure per square inch, shit like that. We have trouble creating vehicles that can withstand the pressure of, like, deep sea dives and shit.
Although I am interested, did you guys see that video of the NASA rover that they drove around New York? It's because they're going to launch off the space so it can trail the moon. You guys never saw that? It looks super sci-fi. It was awesome. Yeah, like these tires that were like a series of rings that were just rotating around, just a couple of them. It was quite fascinating to see. It's designed to bounce and move over things. So I'm quite excited. One of the good things about Donald Trump is where he's investing into the space expertise or exploration and all that all over again. We haven't done that in a very long time. Money for NASA has been just going down. Now Donald Trump's in there. It's finally going up. Shit's about to happen, and I'm very excited. However, it will mean a new season of the Space Wars, or the Star Wars, if you will, because people are going to
race.
We're going to go off to the moon. We're going to fucking mine the moon. You know what that's going to do?
Shit looks straight like from Armageddon.
Yeah,
they're like the fucking rovers from Armageddon.
You know what Donald Trump's going to do? He's going to fucking make jobs. He's going to give us space on.
They're all ill and chrome and shit.
I know, it's fucking epic. Now we're gonna be in space. We're gonna be mining those moon rocks. We're gonna be getting all that moon metal, and then we're gonna have wars with people out in space on the moon. We're gonna be fighting the Russians and the Chinese. It's gonna be a whole new World War III. It'll be on the fucking moon. It'll be epic. That'll be the next video game. If you ask me, we're gonna be mining for helium. We're gonna be getting all this stuff. Oh, what's this? Bootios. Yeah, I saw those. Fucking saw those bootios.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if the WWE has lost its fucking mind.
Nah, man.
I'm pretty sure this is fake.
No, it's real.
It's real? Bootios is a real cereal? It's actually out?
I could buy a couple.
Oh my god, I need these.
Okay, see now, yeah, I'm with fucking Sestra on this. I need these Bootios because how am I going to be able to resist a cereal legitimately called Bootios? Give me that shit now. I need it.
Oh my gosh!
What is the world?
They're twerktastic, Brockus.
What is the world coming to?
Oh my gosh!
Okay, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't know that. Yeah, no, it's been in the stores for a while. We have them here in Canada too.
I didn't know. I genuinely did not know that Bootios was real. I just saw it on Twitter all of a sudden, and I'm just like, what is this?
It's wonderful.
Oh my god, the ground is breathing in Quebec.
Oh, you saw that, did you? Yeah.
That's fucking trippy.
I read the comments. What it was is that there was loose soil that's sort of shifting around there, and due to the wind blowing the trees and the trees in the loose soil, that the trees ended up being like stir sticks that were moving around, stirring the soil underneath.
Oh.
And that's why it looks much more vibrant than it has to be, because this is also how landslides start, by the way. So you know when the landslides.
So fucking weird.
If you see that out in the woods, get the fuck out of the woods. A landslide's about to happen.
Yeah.
It looks like the Earth is alive. It's scary. Although, to be fair,
again, nature is scary, yo.
Well, that one was a unique case because the actual trees were the wind was very high and it was blowing the trees. So that was that's like
made the root system like pulling up the ground.
It literally turned the trees into a stir stick of the earth, and it was like, holy shit. Yeah,
nature, you a scary bitch.
yeah. It's a fascinating thing. I like it's cool, but at the same time, run.
Yeah,
I'm glad you took the video. It's a cool video. Now get the fuck out of the woods.
Right?
Yeah, that can't be good.
My Twitter is boring tonight, though.
Why?
Fuck. I'm just not seeing anything entertaining. Like, there ain't no more cute pet pics. There ain't no, like, fucking porn, no cool stories or nothing. Come on, Twitter, entertain me. Give us something to talk about.
Tweet hentai at her.
No.
Make sure it's good and nasty. Nothing but the anal stuff for you.
Yeah.
No.
Rusty Reagan wheel all the way.
No, but I think we've gotten to that point where we can go ahead and shut things down.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We'll come back tomorrow for more drama.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be the same thing today. We'll talk about nasty, dirty drama stuff, and then we can move on to like nerdy talk or something.
Pretty much. I suppose what we can do just before we go off. Any final thoughts on the stuff that we've covered tonight? Obviously, not the nerd stuff.
Don't be a dick, and if you are a dick, just make sure to fucking own up to it. Fucking move on and be a better person next time. The end.
AxJax88 wins my MVP of the internet for tonight. For the Batman Superman picture he sent for you and Semaj.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Look, I don't know what to say in regards to like how should we move forward, if we should disassociate from certain people. We will probably learn more as days go on, so it will be an interesting week to say the least. With that said, though, Volume 1 of Aaron Boy was now on store shelves. Go out and get a copy of it from Image Comics. I love the artwork, great story, great stuff, nice sci-fi kind of stuff. Buy a comic book, people. Buy a comic book. They're dying.
I actually didn't find anything from Image when I was in the comic book shop lately, and I'm a little sad.
Well,
I did find a lot of things from Image. It's just they were titles I had no interest in, titles that I've already kind of skimmed through and was like, I'm not a fan.
They do have a lot of shit right now.
Yeah, showing me that, I was just like, oh, I'm a little envious, Semaj. You actually got good stuff.
Well, this is why you have to go on Wednesdays, because the good stuff sells out on Wednesdays.
Fair enough. Yeah. Final thoughts. I think Andy and Tonka are unfortunately caught in a situation where idiots and assholes are in the background, pulling strings, making moves, and doing a lot of manipulations that has caused a lot of the drama to actually surface. Now, I'm not saying that they wouldn't have gone this route on their own. They have obviously, they were the ones who took the information and ran with it. But I think that they are unfortunately caught up in a situation where people are essentially using them to throw shade and fire at anyone they don't like. Like Anal Vape and Zoom clearly, well, Anal Vape specifically, clearly wants to get revenge on Andy and Geek Thulu for actually disavowing him. So that's why they did what they did. And other people have convinced certain members from Tonka's camp to essentially turn on him. I'm not exactly saying either side is right. I'm not saying either side is wrong. I'm saying both sides are fucking up and they need to stop fucking up. As for Ian Miles Chong, he clearly fucked up big time. Schmeckel's gonna have the last say so in the whole thing, but as it stands right now, because of his fuck up. Originally, I was going to be less mean to him just because it's like I do like Ian. And the temporary ban in my head was probably going to stay a temporary one, or maybe even permanent, because he might actually redeem himself later. He did seem relatively sincere with his apology and his fuck up, because he said he didn't know what he actually had, and that's fucking retarded. That is really fucking stupid. If I'm not going to try to crucify Mundane Matt for what he fucking did, which is not doxing, he's just being a little bitch. If I'm not going to crucify Mundane Matt for it, but just shit talk him, just yell at him, I'm not going to do that to Ian. But at the same time, I can't let that go. I can't. I personally can't let it go. So what the fuck ever. Obviously, Schmeckel's going to want to talk about that tomorrow night, so we'll have more to talk about. Honestly, I shouldn't have even talked about the Ian Miles Chong situation. I should have just said that we're going to talk about it tomorrow. Schmeckel will have more of a say-so on it than me, blah, blah, blah. I definitely fucked up tonight by actually talking more on it and giving my opinion on the situation. But at the end of the day, Schmeckel's the one who actually runs the channel, so he's the one who says yes or no to ban. But I say ban. I unfortunately, Ian, I like you, but I say ban. You fucked up. You fucked up in a way you shouldn't have fucked up.
Yeah. Well, that's it for now.
Yeah.
I guess we're good to go then. So.
We are good to go. This has been a replacement and CNN kind of thing. This is more like what we normally do on a Saturday stream, but you know, whatevs. Not a big deal.
Well, we didn't talk about the news, but at least we talked about other kinds of stuff. So
we talked about some.
And we talked about other kinds of stuff, you know. So we can, yeah. Terraria from Heavy Metal Comics, that came out there. Pick this one up too. Volume 3.
Ooh, nice. God damn it, Semaj. Stop presenting shit I want to talk about. That has been the show, cunts. Join us again tomorrow night at our regular time, which is 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. No, I'm sorry, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be myself, Schmeckel, probably Semaj. It normally would have been a Brockus rage, but honestly, Brockus has already raged. He's got nothing to rage about, and Schmeckel has definitely said he wanted to talk on the recent events that has happened with Andy Tonka, Medicare, Sargon, and Ian, especially since Ian lied to us. So, good night, cunts, and get the fuck out.